So tell us how the abstract expressionism came through it, and maybe touch upon your background in other forms of art for us.
Well, I was an art major, painting major, but also an art education major. And so abstract expression was the one genre I never got. So when I first started teaching just out of college, I was latching on to French Impressionists because Monet and Renoir and all these other artists really painted landscapes that I was really enamored of. But abstract expressionists, which meant non-objective, and non-objective means something you're not looking at a house or a horse or something that's obvious the subject, but these are non-subjects. And so the famous abstract expressionists would say their paintings end where your imagination begins. And so I took it on to learn about what I never understood. And then once I started understanding it, then I started teaching it, and people really took to it. So it's the most popular workshops that I teach around the country. And I'm just growing as when I learn something, I teach it. I don't covet information. I want to share information. And I've always been that way.
So how do you go about teaching people you talked about abstract expressionism, you not quite getting it. How do you teach people to get it?
How do you really open that up in people's mind when what they want to do is photograph a mountain range or an animal or something like that? I'm taking them polar opposite. I'm taking them into really junkyards and places that look really unsavory. And yet, when they come away with something extraordinarily beautiful, it's really highly rewarding. And I do it through very elaborate, well thought out lectures that I spend years assembling. So I don't take it lightly. And I show one shot, I'll show a series of shots of Jackson Pollock, which was this painter, if you're not aware, who threw paint on the floor. And it's beautiful, but it's completely abstract and complex. And then I show the side of a freight truck driving 65 miles an hour down a freeway, where I've taken a picture of the side of the truck and I call it a Jackson Pollock, and nobody even questions it because in fact it looks just like the previous artwork that I've shown them. And so that really starts to sink in that you can find art anywhere. You just have to have the imagination and the eye to see it, but it takes time and it takes